Hello, 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 hello. Happy Monday, beautiful people, beautiful world. Yeah, I'm your boy Cedric from The Glad Life, and I just hope everyone just enjoyed their weekend, spent some quality time with friends and family and loved ones. And boy, oh boy, do I have a topic for you. I know I say that, but I love it. Topic today is how I learned not to lose my temper. Man. And I know you're probably looking at people who may not really know me personally, looking at me like, come on now, this dude does not have a temper. Woo! Don't let these looks deceive you. Yeah, I had a temper, have impatience. I have been that person that, not almost have like little man syndrome, kind of. Yeah. True story. This happened years and years and years ago. This is actually when I was in the military, and I was actually heading over to the UK from the US, and I was in New York City. I had my mom and my sister in the car, and I think we had just stopped to go get something. I was in a rush, and so I ran into this McDonald's, and I was like, "Hey, yeah, I need this. Okay, look, I'm in a rush. You need to hurry up." And this girl, she got like bare attitude, and she was taking time, and I was illegally parked. And those of you who know New York City, we love to double park. Even though it's illegal. And I was like, oh, I'm just running in here. And lo and behold, by the time I said to this girl, come on, could you really hurry? I'm double parking, need to get back out there before I actually get a ticket. And lo and behold, when I went back to my car, there was a ticket on there. I turned around. I ran back to that McDonald's. I lost it. I even tried to jump over the counter after this girl. Not something that I'm proud about, but it's the type of temper that I actually can manifest. Now, a lot of times, tempers actually come from not being happy with who you are inside. Has nothing to do about that person. They could have egged it on and brought it out of you, but it's more you are just trying to release already a lot of built up tension, built up anger that's inside of you. I know that as I've been going through my process, that I am slowly learning what I need to do to control it. We always say, you never know what a person is actually going through. And that's what causes them to react. And that was me. I had so much unhappiness inside about not being who I truly was from my soul. Not being completely happy about being gay. Not having approval about my lifestyle from, family members. There's so much that contributed to me being unhappy that it manifested in many different ways. And when I got to a point, that's when the anger came out. It released. I was actually that person years ago, hasn't happened in a long time, driving down. This also again in England, and this is before road rage was a thing. I would be driving and, someone might have flashed me or blew their horn at me. I'd be like, yo, you want to pull over? Knowing I can't fight, but yet I'm wanting to pull over. As I continued on this journey, things I've learned to do, one of the big savers for me is meditation. People always think meditation is about, being able to sit there quiet and not have any thoughts. The reality is the opposite. Meditation is sitting there and understanding when your thoughts come in and being an observer of those thoughts. Meditation has taught me to sit back and to look at myself, at the thoughts coming in, and letting them go. Meditation has taught me how to breathe through a moment and not react to it. Anger is an emotion that comes from inherent, I feel it. It starts to, those of you might really resonate, bubbling up here. And you start to hear it, and it's just like you almost want to. But when you take that deep breath and you realize that this too shall pass, it's when you really start to understand, okay, I'm not going to allow this to affect me. When you also look at it from the other person's perspective, and living in LA, you have a lot of angry, especially drivers, people who have gone through life so fast, and you're moving too slow, and they want you to get out of the way. But you don't know what that person is going through. And so now, when someone is popping off at me, I smile. I think, what's making him be like that? Could it be that they just lost a family member to COVID? Could it be they just lost their job? Could it be they're so stressed because they don't have enough money and they have bills piling on top of them? I don't know. But what I do know is what it feels like. What it feels like when the world is crashing down and someone just aggravates you at that moment, and all you want to do is just jump out the car and lash out. But it's not that person's fault. It's what you're dealing with inside. So me learning not to lose my temper is also learning about understanding my emotions, what's driving them, where they're coming from. Now, starting to live from a place within, a place from my soul, I actually understand that things are going to work out however they're supposed to work out. I can't control anything. What I can control is me. It's my reaction, how I deal with things. So as I continue to grow, I keep that mindset in here. The practices that I'm doing now in the morning, waking up, meditating, praying, reading the Bible, all those things help me. I'm not the biggest, like a religious person. I've had people, are you trying to become a pastor? No. Even though I am ordained. No. What I'm trying to do is change my life. In the Christian faith, you hear a lot of times them saying that the Bible is a blueprint of how you're supposed to live. Reading the Bible makes me understand what they're talking about. Are there things which I still don't completely understand or potentially agree with completely? Yeah, I'm still trying to understand it. But one of the things which really resonates with me is when I read about how Jesus lived his life, how he was non-judgmental, how he was compassionate for everyone, how he did not judge. With me learning and trying to understand and live a more purposeful and giving life to others, it allows me now to understand my emotions and check where that emotion is coming from, so I don't overreact to an individual. Very true story. Before I went to Asia in December 2019, I went over to see my family. I did a big trip in the East Coast, had Thanksgiving. I did a lot of driving during that period. I remember arriving at my brother's house late at night and I had my nieces with me, and we got into the house and I figured out what happened. It wasn't anything serious, but my reaction, I got an attitude, and I was like, I'm not dealing with it. I stormed out, and I went to the car, and I was like, I'll just sleep in my car tonight. My brother was like, what's going on? And I sat there, and I was like, I remember texting him. I was like, hey bro, you did nothing wrong. I'm actually overtired because I was on medication that if I don't take that medication, I don't sleep, and I don't think I had slept for 2 days. That's where that was coming from. I immediately thought, I gotta come off this medication. When I went to Asia, I got myself off that medication. I take no medication. I try to do everything holistically. Purpose of this story is my reaction to my family was because of me being tired, nothing to do with them. A lot of times when you actually understand your reactions, you can see what the root is, and it may not even be really because of the person or the thing that's happening at that moment in time. How I live my life today? Meditate, I pray. I take a moment and I just try to be as compassionate as possible so that I can understand and I don't overreact. What that's doing for my life, whoo! It's so much. Actually, there's one story I wanted to tell because I just talked about it this weekend. My temper. I was in a meeting. One of my previous jobs, we were in one of our offices, not our main office. It's the entire team. And one of the senior managers basically shut me down in this meeting. And during that meeting, and I was that person that when you shut me down, it's like this chip came off my shoulders, and I was like, I couldn't react because it's very senior. But my boss could see my face because I was almost giving him daggers the entire time. And he said, when we walked out of there, he was like, Cedric, what is wrong? What did I do now? I said, you did nothing. I said the person's name. He was like, he shut me down in there. And that's my job. He can't tell me that. And he's like, but Cedric, you can't react like that. You can't look like that. I said, do you know that was stopping me from jumping over that table and taking his head and banging it into the table? And he's like, Cedric, you can't say things like that. I know, but what can I else do? I'm just saying that to you. When we talked this weekend, I said, you see the difference in me? He's like, yeah. That's all because I've decided to put the work in and learn to understand who I am at the soul and what's bothering me, and let go of that pain that I've been holding on for so many years. You'll see these messages kind of consistent, and as you progress in your life, a lot of it's from your trauma, it's from the pain that we're holding on to. And as I'm releasing that pain, I'm becoming that person that I know that God wants me to become. And I'm walking a path that I know that He wants me to walk. And I hope that these messages that I'm sharing might resonate with one of you. And this is me inching closer to my glad life. Hope something like that helped. I really appreciate you guys listening to my messages. And as I said, please post any comments if there's a subject that you want me to talk about that you think that maybe might help you. Peace and love. I hope you have a blessed day.